What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the latest daily news as well as fourth stimulus check update today, 2021, as well as the next two upcoming packages, the physical infrastructure package known as the American Jobs Plan, which will create millions of jobs and help our economy come out of this recession, as well as the next stimulus package known as the American Families Plan, and has about 15 different stimulus items that the Democrats are currently negotiating over of what they're going to put in this next package, including a fourth stimulus check, Democrats pushing for a monthly fourth stimulus check, as well as Social Security raises. President Biden himself has a plan to raise all Social Security beneficiaries to a minimum of $1,341 per month, as well as Medicare expansion to include hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aids completely for free for no additional Medicare costs, and lowering the Medicare eligibility age to most likely age 60. There is some talk about age 55, but I think that they'll probably likely negotiate to age 60. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on updates. We cover the fourth stimulus check and all sorts of other stimulus programs that are either already passed and there's money available now, or there's money coming available soon. There's $350 billion going to states and cities and counties, and we're starting to see stimulus check programs on the state and city county level. Right now, California just announced an expansion of their Golden State stimulus check program, that they have already issued 2.5 million Golden State stimulus checks. The first round is for California residents up to $30,000 in income. If you make below $30,000 in income, all you need to do is to file a California state tax return, a 2020 tax return to the state of California, so that they know how much you earned. And if you made under $30,000, you get a $600 stimulus check. But now they're increasing this to Californians who make up to $75,000. Again, you need to file a tax return to claim this money. And the governor, Gavin Newsom, says that this will cover up to 25 million people in California alone. So yeah, you could be receiving an additional stimulus check from your state, city, or county as the states are announcing this. Maryland has previously did a round of $300 stimulus checks for individuals and $500 for families. Nearly 425,000 Marylanders are under for payments that was passed recently by Maryland. New Jersey has a brand new proposal for New Jersey residents for up to $500 stimulus checks from New Jersey. Nearly 1 million New Jerseyans may be eligible for this new rebate check or stimulus check amid the COVID crisis. The North Carolina governor has proposed to send some residents a $250 or a $500 check. In addition to this, North Carolina has already approved billions of dollars in pass-through funding, basically funding that is coming from the American Rescue Plan, which is the third stimulus check package for stimulus programs. In addition to, they have reopened their $335 stimulus check program for families in North Carolina. If you didn't get it the first time around, you can now re-qualify for it the second time around. The city of Springsboro, Ohio, these are kind of the city funds. Remember, states are getting money, cities are getting money, and counties are getting money, and they all kind of have their own way of how they're going to use it. They have to use a portion of the money on programs like this for you guys. Springsboro, Ohio decided to pay their residents' May water bill, sewer bill, and trash bill for residences and businesses. The city of Chicago just announced that they're going to be using $80 million, as you can see here, in their federal relief funds to pay for a program in which landlords can apply for relief on behalf of tenants. And the city of Chicago is devoting millions of dollars to helping residents struggling to pay their rent during the pandemic. That was just released and is already live. So if you're from the city of Chicago, Google that after you finish watching this video. The state of New York is opening up their brand new rent relief program on June 1st. This is $2.7 billion. Yes, billion with a B. Absolutely, this is going to be a huge one announced by Governor Cuomo on Tuesday. Opens up on June 1st. So mark your calendars. So as I said, there's going to be a lot more of these coming out soon. If I didn't mention your state, it's they either haven't announced it yet or I don't know about it yet. If you know of any new stimulus programs coming out for your state, city, or county, please comment them down below so our family of subscribers will know about them. I'll be mentioning them on the show. All 50 states are getting money. Cities and counties, major cities, counties are all getting money. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of these type of programs here in the near future. I will keep you updated as soon as I see them. Don't worry. All 50 states are getting money. Your state's getting money, and they all have to use a portion of this for programs, stimulus programs like this. And a lot of states are only getting half their money at first, and then they have to prove how they spent the money to the federal government. We're going to see a lot of these programs in the near future. I will keep you up to date on all these different stimulus type programs that will be coming. A lot of these programs you have to apply for, and they're literally first come, first serve. So don't miss any episodes. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, in addition to this, Republicans and Democrats are negotiating over the next stimulus package and the next infrastructure package, as really they're trying to see whether they're going to pass it with bipartisan support, both Republicans and Democrats, or if they're going to pass the next packages through the reconciliation process, which is the process how the Democrats passed the third stimulus check package bill, which meant they passed it without a single Republican vote at all because the Democrats controlled the House, the Senate, and the presidency. The Republicans have come back with a counter proposal for the infrastructure package. However, they want to divert stimulus money to help pay for this package. As we just discovered, like in the last 24 hours or so, there's about $2 trillion of unspent stimulus money, and the Republicans want to use it for this. But the White House says it may come at the expense of restaurants and hospitals, which recently got stimulus money out of the third stimulus check package. Democrats are saying they want to use this $2 trillion that is unspent money for an additional round of stimulus checks. Remember, a $1,400 stimulus check cost about $400 billion. So they could actually pass 4 more rounds of $1,400 stimulus checks and still send the money to states and cities, which is really just going out right now, that $350 billion, without spending a single dollar more than has already been passed. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the Republicans are actually open to spending more on these next packages. Listen in.
Good morning.
Good morning. Glad to be with you.
It's been a bit of a running joke in Washington what exactly infrastructure is, but it's pretty clear from your counteroffer what you believe it is.
Yeah, I think you had Shelley Moore Capito on your program earlier today. She's our leader on the infrastructure bipartisan negotiation. Out of her committee came a traditional infrastructure package just this week. We also are engaged with the administration trying to reach an agreement. Part of the problem, as you suggest, is what is the definition of infrastructure? We pretty much understand it's roads, bridges, ports, broadband, traditional infrastructure. The Democrats would like to spend a lot more. Speaking of their spending habits, so far this administration has recommended we spend $7 trillion additional dollars this year. That would be more than we spent in adjusted inflation dollars to win World War II. So they have huge spending desire, and as your introduction suggested, a great desire to add in $3.6 trillion in additional taxes on top of it.
And that is pretty much true. As you can see here, President Biden has proposed a $6 trillion budget, which we actually could be receiving more information of here within possibly today on where he wants to spend this money. Remember, even as Mitch McConnell literally just said, Democrats want to spend more And this includes the next stimulus package. The budget spending that's going to come out is separate from the stimulus package and the infrastructure package. So don't be alarmed that there's not going to be stimulus money in there. This is kind of the annual budget. It's not the stimulus package. But Democrats, more and more coming online each and every week, it's coming out in support of a fourth stimulus check, and not even that, monthly stimulus checks, including Senator Bernie Sanders, who's the Senate budget chairman, the person in charge of the budget reconciliation process, which is how they pass these bills if the Democrats decide to go not alone, yeah, just the Democrats passing it. He's part of the 28 lawmakers from the Democratic Senate alone that want to make stimulus checks recurring, possibly even in the infrastructure package, but most likely in the next stimulus package known as the American Families Plan. Both Biden and Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, are behind Senator Ed Markey and Elizabeth Warren in a public letter that they have sent to President Biden urging for $2,000 monthly stimulus checks. Senator Bernie Sanders says what happens in Congress in the next few months will determine the future of our country and our planet.
If you focus just on 50 votes on Democrats, if that's the expectation, I'm not saying that that's your game plan, but if that's what you think is probably going to happen, there's still an issue of party unity that might be difficult and more difficult with infrastructure than with COVID relief. Progressives such as yourself want to go big. There are more centrist Democrats, Joe Manchin, for example, who has proved himself to be, in a real position of power, worried about cost. Manchin says it's incredibly important to him to make this bill bipartisan. Your committee is going to play a key role in the process. Are you confident every Senate Democrat is going to support this bill when it comes time to vote, including Manchin?
Well, you'll have to talk to Mr. Manchin, but I think that at the end of the day, you got 50 Democrats in the caucus, so any one of them can say, I'm not supporting this. But we all understand that in this unprecedented moment in American history, when we have gone through the worst year in the modern history of this country, with so many people dying and getting sick and our economy tanking, that we have got to work with the president on an agenda that speaks to the needs of the working class and the middle class and low-income people who have, for so many years, really had their needs ignored. So I am confident. Look, there are differences of opinion. Every one of the Democrats has a different point of view. But at the end of the day, I think Chuck Schumer has been doing a good job trying to bring people together to say, the future of America is at stake. The future of American democracy is at stake. Because so many people have reached the conclusion that government doesn't address their needs. Working people are working longer hours for low wages. Mm-hmm. We have got to speak to that pain that's out there. And if your question is, do I think we're going to come together to do it? Yes, I do.
So yeah, as you heard from both Republicans and Democrats want to spend more. And if you're a fan of stimulus, it's a really good thing because the Democrats want a fourth stimulus check. They want monthly recurring stimulus checks to go. We have two plans, one that is $2,000 per month until the pandemic is declared over, which could be maybe the end of this year. That's when the government officially declares the emergency pandemic over. Probably maybe this year, could be a little bit sooner, a little bit after. We also have another bill from the House of Representatives that is for a one-time $2,000 stimulus check, then followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments. This is co-sponsored by Representative Rashida Tlaib, Democratic Representative, and Democratic Representative Jayapal, who is the leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, which is about one half of all the Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives. So if they really put their foot down and say we have to have these monthly stimulus check payments in this next package, they will get it because, as I said, they're literally half the Democrats in the House alone, and they need all the Democrats to come together to pass these next packages, which is exactly what we've seen from the third stimulus check package. In the end, all the Democrats, including Senator Joe Manchin and all the House representatives and all the Senate Democrats, all voted together. I think there was one Democrat from the House that voted no, but they had a couple vote buffer in the House. They at the time, I think they were leading by 5. They've actually had a couple people pass away actually, and one or two people retire. So they're the lead in the House is very very slim now. I'm not sure the exact amount, but yeah, it's a tooth and nail vote, and the Democrats will need all their people to come together. But that's exactly what they did for the third stimulus check package. And when the time comes when they get all the negotiations down, if they can't get a bipartisan deal with the Republicans, then they'll pass it through the reconciliation process. I do really think it's probably about a 50-50 chance that we can get the infrastructure package passed on a bipartisan bill. The Republicans are up to, what was it, $928 billion. And after that, Mitch McConnell said they'd be willing to come up a little bit more. The Democrats are at 1.7, Republicans are at just under a trillion. I think they could probably meet in the middle around maybe 1.2 trillion or something. Remember, the Republicans normally have that $1 trillion line in the sand that they don't normally want to go past. But I think they might go past it a little bit in this case, which would be really good. We'd be able to get this infrastructure package done quickly, see if there's any stimulus items in there, and then move on to the next stimulus package, which is really the second half of these large bills that they want to pass. In addition to Social Security raises, Medicare raises, student loan forgiveness, as well as 2 years of free college, 2 years of free preschool, and all these state and local city programs that are coming out, and a lot of which have already been announced. So I'll keep you up to date on all these different stimulus programs, many of which we've helped literally thousands of people on our viewers already get money, like mortgage assistance, rental assistance, the new $50 off per month internet broadband credit that came from a previous stimulus check package. So, yeah, there's a lot of different stimulus packages and programs out there besides just the regular old stimulus check. Of course, those are great. I didn't even mention the child tax credits, which are monthly stimulus checks that are going to start on July 15th. They're already passed for 1 year of $250 to $300 per month per child. So, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. After subscribing, click the bell icon to all notifications to get reminder notifications when we go live every day, which is 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember those times and don't miss an episode. Tune in every day, and I'll keep you up to date on everything. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on the Amazon FBA program. I've had dozens of students that have replaced their 9 to 5 income selling physical products on Amazon FBA, and I teach them how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.